We're on the New York State Education Department website for the Computer Science and Digital Fluency Standards. Again, you can find this website by Googling NYSED CSDF, or if you bookmarked it in that first video, it is available for you on your bookmarks bar. We're going to scroll down to that first link on the page to be able to take a look at the standards. And while the information at the beginning is incredibly important, for the sake of this video, I will say pause it and read the information at the beginning. But we're going to scroll down to the page 18. That's going to give us the next outline that we need to talk about the standards. On page 18, it's going to break down the organization of the standards. We are going to start with impacts of computing. Impacts of computing is broken down into 7 standards. These standards are broken down into these 4 concept areas you see on your page: society, ethics, accessibility, and career paths. You'll see the standard identifier numbers that are off to the right of those sub-concept areas. Now, after this video, we are going to be going to the grade band document for 4 through 6, but I want to make sure that you have the information that's on this document as well. So to read the standards, you're going to see the standard identifier in the first area. We're going to focus on 4 through 6. In the center, you're going to see the concept area. This video is going to focus on impacts of computing, and then you're going to see the standard number. So if I scroll down to page 20, you're going to see that you have the standards across the top. You see the sub-concept down the left, and then you're going to see the standard and the clarifying statement in each of the boxes. Since we're focusing on grades 4 through 6, we're going to focus on the section that's right down the center here on your page. So we're going to look at this first standard, 4 through 6, impacts of computing 1. Here we're going to describe computing technologies that have changed the world and express how those technologies influence and are influenced by cultural practice. Here the focus should be on how computing technologies both influence and are influenced by society and culture. For the second standard, we're talking about explaining how laws impact the use of computing technology and digital information. The focus here is really on those laws and the regulations that we have in place and what would happen if those laws did not exist. Moving on to ethics, we're going to continue on in that 4 through 6 grade band here with IC3. Explain current events that involve computing technologies. Explanation should be grade level appropriate to ensure understanding of current events and related computing technologies. So for example, right now we're talking a lot about artificial intelligence and the regulations that might need to be put in place. There may be some great conversations you can have depending on how deep you want to go into the concept based on your grade band. For IC4, we're going to explain who has access to data in different digital spaces. So the focus may be on identifying different groups who might have access to stored or posted in different places, including your companies that you work with. And then as we continue on with ethics, we have one more standard here. We have IC5, explain how computer systems play a role in human decision-making. The focus here is on explaining a range of ways that humans interact with artificial intelligence to make decisions. And then as we move on to accessibility, so you see at the side that this has changed to accessibility of one standard here, identify and explain ways to improve the accessibility and usability of a computing device or software application for the diverse needs and wants of users. Here we're identifying the needs and wants of diverse end users and purposefully considering potential perspectives of users with different backgrounds, ability levels, point of views, and abilities. So this might be looking at more than one website. It might be checking out the accessibility features on your Chromebook or on a website that you're using and having some discussions about who has access to it. As we go into the last one, we have career paths. Here we're talking about thinking about the diverse range of role models in computer science. So we're thinking about the opportunity to showcase diverse people in the field of computer science. For example, code.org has a really great video on changing the face of computer science and has people that your students will definitely identify from the sports world, the music world, and so on. So a great time to bring in some of those role models into your classroom.